In this edition of RWP News, a win for nature, Jubilee Park Stadium shines, and art for young and old. Hello, I'm Katie Sharp. Welcome to the latest edition of RWP News, bringing you stories from across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula. This week was a triumph for the Save Briars Sanctuary campaign, with the announcement that the Harry Potter Forbidden Forest experience will no longer be held at the Briars Sanctuary. It will instead relocate to the Briars Community Forest, which is a dog walking park. After weeks of opposition, the Mornington Peninsula Shire Council voted unanimously on Tuesday to move the global event away from the vulnerable sanctuary. During the debate, CEO John Baker explained to Council that it was community opposition that forced the Shire to go back to Warners and negotiate the change.
Between the councillor group and indeed the community and Warner Brothers, there was a rising level of concern about the community angst over holding the event at the sanctuary. As a consequence, there was a meeting held where those concerns were discussed, and a proposal was put forward to potentially move the event to the dog walking park, to the Briars Community Forest. And that's where the suggestion eventuated, and we brought that to Council, and we've urgently sought your endorsement for this.
Mr Baker confirmed that the event could bring as much as $30 million to the region. At the same meeting, Nepean Ward Councillor Sarah Race raised concerns about online abuse levelled at Mornington Peninsula Shire councillors and staff during the campaign. Councillor Race says she is concerned about the toll it took on some of her colleagues.
There has been threatening, abusive and coercive behaviour that has impacted some of my fellow councillors in a way that it shouldn't have, and it's impacted officers and staff from other organisations. So I just need to call it out because it needs to be discussed. Robust political debate is great, but abusive, threatening and vile conversations and threats to somebody's life is not great. So I just need to call that out because we should have robust democratic debate, and we should have great conversations, and we should hear from our community, but they should be respectful.
RWP News reached out to Louise Page from the Save Briars Sanctuary group, who said she had not heard of the threats and was at pains to distance the group from Councillor Race's claims.
I've never seen anybody say a death threat, so I'm not sure where that's coming from. That could be anybody even not associated with Save Briars Sanctuary who's just watching the campaign and getting angry. I don't know. But certainly it's not the sort of thing that we would tolerate at all.
The pollies have continued to descend on the Frankston electorate of Dunkley in the lead up to the by-election on the 2nd of March. This week it was the turn of Shadow Minister for Defence, Industry and Personnel, Luke Howarth, who joined Liberal candidate Nathan Conroy in Frankston as their campaign for the federal seat intensifies. Nathan Conroy is facing a 6.3% margin, but the three-time mayor is emphasising a campaign concentrated on the cost of living, infrastructure and vision. Luke Howarth told RWP these are common issues confronting voters across the country.
People want to be heard. The issues are very real for people, not just in Dunkley, but right around the country, on cost of living and housing and making sure that in these difficult times the dollar goes further. So, and I look forward to being on the ground there.
Meanwhile, the Victorian Electoral Commission is close to implementing the electoral restructure of 39 Victorian councils. The structural reform will see 30 councils, including Frankston and Mornington Peninsula, change to single-member wards, as well as some changes to boundaries. The state government says the idea is to provide a more equitable representation of community interests and needs at the local government level. At the moment, Seawinds and Briars wards on the peninsula both have 3 representatives, while Nepean Ward has 2. The 3 wards in Frankston are each represented by 3 councillors, which means the change has the potential to dramatically reduce the number of councillors serving. The changes will be introduced ahead of the 2024 local government general elections this October. The state-of-the-art sporting facility, Jubilee Park Stadium in Frankston, has been selected to host the 39th year of the National Netball Championships. The stadium was a passion project for the late member for Dunkley, Peter Murphy. The Under-17 and Under-19 pathway competitions will be held over a 6-day period in April. The annual event encompasses all states and territories and will be used to make Australian squad selections. The official Suncorp Super Trophy that has been on tour will make its first appearance at the stadium. Tickets for the championships will be on sale from February the 28th. A new intergenerational arts program has been announced at the Mornington Peninsula Library Service. The sessions are designed to go beyond age barriers and bring people together to learn and be inspired through artistic expression. Hosted at Mornington, Rosebud and Hastings Libraries, the sessions bring children between the ages of 7 and 13 together with seniors over 55. Both novices and experienced artists of different generations are welcome. They will be taught various techniques with the opportunity to share life experiences and help combat social isolation. The sessions are free and can be booked online or at participating libraries. And the Frankston Arts Centre is getting down with the sounds of the 80s and 90s with 2 upcoming shows. On Friday the 23rd, Cold Chisel founding member Ian Moss is introducing his new studio album, Rivers Run Dry. The show will feature songs from the new album as well as songs you love like Tucker's Daughter and My Baby. Then the next night, the Southern Sons hit the stage with Jack Jones and his bandmates taking a trip down memory lane, playing hits such as Hold Me in Your Arms and Heart in Danger. Both of these shows are sure to sell out, so get your tickets at the Frankston Arts Centre box office and website. After the break, we have Bianca with the weekly weather update.
With interest rates on the rise, there's never been a better time to review your home loan. And there's never been a better bank to help you. Whether you're a new or existing Bendigo Bank customer, book an appointment for a home loan health check today.
Battery World now open in Mornington.
We know batteries. We know our 75D23Ls from our DIN 65LHs. And we know which is best for you. We have the range and a spark no one else can match. Because we live and breathe batteries. Those beautiful boxes and cylinders that power our lives and our passions. That's why we're the Batteryologists. We're Battery World.
Battery World Shop 1, 43 Mornington Tyabb Road, Mornington.
Hey, they're saying the fire danger rating's extreme. Should we go?
There's no fire around here.
Get out!
I know embers can spread bushfires as far as 40 kilometres. So you should leave early.
Authorised by the Victorian Government.
And now it's time for Bianca for this week's weather.
Hello, I'm Bianca and welcome to this week's RPP Weekly Weather Update. Well, we certainly have seen some strange weather in the last week, heat waves, freak storms and even a cold front that passed through on Thursday. Let's take a deep dive into the coming week's predictions to see what we can expect in the week ahead. Today, Sunday the 18th of February, should bring us a warm day with some light cloud cover. We can expect a top of 24 and a low of 13. Monday brings us an overcast day with a top of 23 and a low of 14. Tuesday sees another mostly sunny day bringing us a high of 28 and a low of 13. Wednesday will also be a mostly sunny day, bringing us a warm 29 degrees with a low of 15. Thursday sees these conditions continue with a very warm 31 degrees and a low of 19. Friday sees the weather cooling down a bit with a high of 22 and a low of 11. And finally, Saturday sees another coolish day, bringing us a high of 21 and a low of 12. Well, that's all for this week. Take care, keep cool, and I will see you again next week.
Now to our surf guru Muzz with the Surf Report.
It's Muzz here, back with this week's Mornington Peninsula Surf Report. Got a couple of days of southeasterlies, south-southeasterlies in front of us. Right through probably till about Monday or Tuesday. I'd say Monday looking at the weather map, and reasonable amount of swell. It will be sort of backing off slightly as we go, but it's going to mean there's going to be waves around at some of the more protected reef breaks and a few of the other secret spots, but also on the beach breaks. It might be a little solid, but there is a few banks around that'll handle the swell, but definitely looks like probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week's going to be some pretty good waves around. The swell should be, should be reasonably in that sort of 1 to 3 foot range on the beaches, and should be pretty good. It was a good week we had. We've had plenty of choices of waves. Unfortunately, Tuesday we had the big storm and strong offshores before that, but part of Monday had excellent waves, and we had quite a lot of swell on Saturday and Sunday. Some excellent waves for the couple of comps that were held, and plenty of decent surfing. But if you got in the water, you would have had a good week, and the next week's not looking too bad as well. So definitely the pick of the days will be Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, maybe into Thursday. All right, well, enjoy. I'll be away for a couple of weeks. I'll see you when I'm back, and hopefully get plenty of waves. See you then.
And that's all from our team here at RPP News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Keep watching and do tell your friends. Bringing the news from coast to coast across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Katie Sharp. See you for the next edition.